Welcome to a Raw Female Biddy Edition.
No guests, just a quick dose of Chris and Allie.
So I had a couple of appointments made to do a deeper dive into my vag. One is a colpo, a
Can
colposcopy.
we not say deeper dive? Okay.
Yeah. Post.
Good.
Will we edit that in post?
No,
but yeah,
that's in. It's sticking. Okay.
Yeah, deeper dive in my vag. So basically what ended up happening is I was going to go in for one procedure with this gyno.
Right.
But I got my period the day before. So I call them and I say...
We'll dovetail off of the time that I actually went in and was on my period and I got my PAP.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
I
did.
Did you know you were on your period?
I was at the tail end of my period. So I asked them, hey, I can either move this. And my gyno is hard to make appointments with. Yeah. I said, but I'm like, I don't really want to move this because now it's going to be another 2 months at least to get back in there. Mm-hmm. And they're like, what day of your cycle? I'm like, oh, I'm on day 4. Anyway. Yeah.
We'll and they circle were like back to infinity and
they
beyond.
Go, yeah, just come in. You're fine.
And then what happened?
Scarred for fucking life.
You or them?
Me and probably her.
What happened? Tell us.
Well, I went in and if the listeners are listening, this is how our conversations go. We rabbit hole into different. Just remember where we left off on that other thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So I went in and I was like, hey, I'm on my period. She's like, it's okay. I'm like, but day 4 should be fine. Well, you know, they put the thing in you and crank you open and then scrape.
So you're missing the hand gestures that I just saw. So first of all, they put this thing in. So Allie made like a diving into the pool gesture. Then she said they pull you open. Then she made a pulling apart,
like a foot,
like and then
they jam thing and a crank in there, right?
Okay, there's a lot.
So they crank you open. They start scraping in there. Well, what happens when that happens?
Oh,
you getting a visual on that?
Wow.
Yeah.
And so then what happened?
So I had some extra come out. And even her, she goes, whoa.
No.
Yeah, she did.
Okay,
and she's delivered both my babies and the whole thing.
Oh my God.
Well, what ended up happening after that?
I know. And she said, whoa.
She goes, whoa. And she basically takes a handful of those
stops you up.
You know the sheet that goes over the thing. She rips off some of that and just puts it down there. And I was like
it's flooding out.
Oh yeah. I was like, oh my God, we need a cleanup on aisle 3. Room 5 needs a hazmat suit in here. So I leave and I don't get embarrassed, but I was like, I can't even look at her. Bye. And literally the next 2 years, I didn't go to her. I went to her nurse practitioner.
But wait, okay. Can I just
I'm sure she was fine.
No, but what is that about a woman?
Yeah.
You did everything right.
Because I spilled over the edge. I spilled over the edge.
Gyno. You're having a gyno. Sounds like you came in for your wrist and you sort of bleed profusely
through my vag area.
Your vag.
No.
This is what you're doing there. So the fact that you were embarrassed, I think that's super funny.
Isn't that weird? I wasn't embarrassed at all about being on my period. I was very particularly embarrassed that
control your uterus?
I spilled over the edge and there was a little pool down there. That's what I was embarrassed about. I don't know why. Why should I be embarrassed about that?
Why should you?
And why does she say, whoa?
Well, the whoa
that
thing
didn't help me.
No, that didn't help you. Maybe that set the tone. Well, also, you like to be in control.
I'm a super control freak, and me not able to suck that back up into my vagina. Was that what I was really hoping for? I'll just hold it in like urine. No, it doesn't work that way.
Hey, when I was 29, after I had Sydney, and they said for me to take a walk afterwards, and I walked, and then a glob, big glob of light, whatever slips out, slithers out and plops on the floor. And I told the guy,
you're like, hey, there's something back there that needs to be
clean up in aisle 5 to this 25-year-old guy at Oak Knoll Naval Hospital. Or no, it wasn't even there. No, it wasn't there.
It was out the Bates.
Out the Bates. I had no embarrassment doing a hit and run.
And it was like a gelatinous red gelatinous mass.
It looked like
a liver.
It did.
I had one of those when I had my period one time. I'm like, what is
that? I know, to hell with Rorschach tests. They should just give you.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what your last period looks like.
Visit the rawfemale.com website to shop our marketplace, check out our show notes, and learn more about Chris and Allie and the folks who put together Raw Female.
Like what you hear? Rate and review us.
This episode sponsored by Tom Baroni, found wherever upscale lube is sold.